And with that, I will turn it over to Ethan. Thank you.
So yeah, the main segment right now is the Olympics going on, and two kids that are girl under me at the curling club. So I was managing the junior league. I wasn't really their coach. All right, there. So I'm going to talk about them. So I want to. And so I'm going to cover a little bit about curling in general and the history of the club here, and then the two guys that are curling and opportunities for you to girls in the future. How to learn curling at curling club here. And also afterwards, if anybody's interested, we can walk over and watch curling going on now. At the curling club, every evening except Saturday evening, there's something going on. Some game, and you're always welcome to walk in and watch. If there's any curler upstairs, they will happily talk your head off about it. So to tell you about curling in general, I made to watch this video. May not be the best video.
The game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake and a coin test to determine who goes first. Then, two teams of 4 people take turns throwing 24-pound stones down a sheet of ice. The target, a 12-foot house. But looks like a bullseye. Just under 150 feet away. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds, called ends, until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or isn't. Each team has a captain called the skip. Like a general on the battlefield, the skip calls the shots that will best ensure victory. Stones are delivered with a predetermined rotation, so they actually curl as they travel down the ice. Of course, this is why the sport is called curling. Over the course of each end, players can throw guards to block the house, draws to try to score, or takeouts to remove the opponent's stones. The skips then spend the rest of the time yelling like a crazy person. What we're actually doing is emphatically advising their players to brush the ice in front of the stone. Brushing can drastically affect the speed and direction of the shots. After each team throws its 8 shots, the team closest to the center of the house will score. Or, if they have more than 1 rock closer to the opposition, they count as well. Once all the ends have been played, whoever has the most points wins. Aside from a few dozen other minor details, that's all there is to it. Find a curling facility near you and get started.
Did you know that curling is made from a rare type of granite found in only 2 places? An island in Scotland and a quarry in Wales? But why is this special granite used?
Right. One quarry in Scotland, on Elsa Craig Island. So there are 2 kinds of granite that come from that quarry. This is my broom. You'll see some really old-fashioned brooms in some videos I'll show later. Okay, the whole point is just it used to be looked like a witch's broom, and you'll see some coming up in the videos. But the main point is to rub the ice to warm.
Is that like a chamois?
Yeah, kind of. Only one legal surface, because one year they discovered that scratches made the rock curl one way, and they came up with brooms that were basically sandpapered, and people were really controlling it. Now there's only one legal surface they can have. Then I have a stopwatch on it instead of time the rocks to see how far they're going to go. Another thing. Sorry, but we had couldn't get it to work off my computer. So we can slide up this thing. What was I going to also say about the curling? Oh, when you're watching it, if anybody's going to watch it on the Olympics, a lot of people are confused about it. I talked about those guards. In the first 6 rocks of the end, you can't knock out your opponent's rocks if they're guards. So the reason I played that video is, I don't know if it's the best one, but I officiated at the national championships we had in Cheney and Everett. I mean, we hosted them, but to have an audience, we had stadium. So one time in Cheney, one time in Everett. And they played that video every game. Over and over and over. And put it in my brain. But I noticed the crowds, they throw those first rocks, they came up short of the house target. People thought, oh, that's the shot. The first shot choice wanted in front of the house to be a guard, because then the opponents can't knock them out. you put it right in the house, they can knock it out. So club history. The club started as a paper club, it's called. The club doesn't have its own ice. 1951. This building was built in 61, and a major expensive upgrade was to switch from sand floor to a concrete floor in 71. And we got new rocks in 2014. We'll see images of the old rocks and the new rocks eventually. When it was a paper club, they curled up at the Highland Ice Arena. Anybody remember that? And the owner, Jimmy Stevens, was Canadian in curling. So he did a lot to support being an actual very nice guy. I never curled with him, but he came and hung out at the club occasionally. And as I mentioned, yeah, you got a very sweet deal of curl there because it's entirely paid off. I don't know if you're a realtor. For that whole building, that land, how much would I have to pay today?
A lot. Yeah.
I'm thinking like $5 million or whatever.
I don't know how many, what's your acreage there?
Most of a block.
I know, it's big. Yeah, it'd be a lot.
Yeah. So, but it's all paid off.
Yeah.
So pay our annual fee. Girl. And that's the Portland Club. They don't even own their land. They did enormous fundraising just to get the curling equipment to put in a rented warehouse. And I watched them going through that whole process. I appreciate how lucky we are here at having this club. It's already paid off by the old folks. Like Randy's dad. Too bad Randy's not here. Randy's dad was a big curler.
Did it start as a neighborhood thing?
What do you mean?
Was it mainly a neighborhood thing? Was it mainly people from the community that?
That was all the Canadian family. Another video that was made on the occasion of the 50th anniversary.
Michael, take care for Big Five. Congratulations to Granite Curling Club. 50 years of great curling.
That was 2011.
Enormously.
But it has a little history here.
As members of the
That's
club,
front of the
you
club.
should consider yourself lucky. In what other sport do you like this guy president?
I just curled with him and played
in a foreign
week ago.
country. Or like a board member who can play mixed doubles all by himself.
the national champion a few times.
Dedicated curlers pooled their resources and worked
So there you saw Jay the floor.
first-class facility 50 years ago. Who knew it would produce so many great memories? In all seriousness, as you celebrate this milestone, remember all the hard work and sacrifices that have been made in the past so you can enjoy yourselves today. It's great to have all the
We
national.
have more national champions than any other club. Wall with pictures
The
of them
best
to
thing
show.
about the Granite Curling Club will always be the people who walk through the front doors of the arena. Thanks to the people past.
So you see the
and
old
present,
witch's broom
make
there?
Granite Curling Club a special.
Oh, do you recognize this weird
Let's
guy?
keep the rocks spinning, keep the drinks flowing, keep improving. Who make the Granite Curling Club a special
Do
place.
you recognize that guy?
Let's keep the rocks spinning, keep the drinks flowing,
Yeah, my
keep improving.
wife does not like
and
deer,
keep curling.
so don't have the Santa beard anymore. So then they have some whole we do start the fire thing, but I want to show the little Jimmy Stevens. Still around. This was May, these died. And that's why they sold the Linwood Ice Facility. Betty Kozai was one of the originals. There are two units. This is boring every bit. So nowadays you have to sign up online. Before we did that, we would have lines around the building, around the block. So the old way of curling deliveries went way back behind you. And you go watch that later, you'll see we don't do that anymore. It's wrong. So witch's broom, they're sweeping with. Those you just hit the ice. Instead of rubbing the ice. Kozai again, one of the founders. I have been Kozai'd by her, beat very badly when I thought I was way ahead. And there used to be able to smoke on the ice. We had ashtrays out. Hard thing. Yeah.
Well, that's, so you're gonna have a question about shoes.
Shoes. A question about shoes.
Yeah.
What you use? So I got a pair here. Demo well-worn curling shoes.
Oh, so there.
Yeah, I mean, if you come right out, we don't need special shoes. This is a little bit soft rubber, so it's a good grip. And then this one is Teflon, so it's a slide. When I'm delivering the rocks, I'm sliding out and rock on this foot. Super slippery.
Oh, so they've got the pair.
That's fair. I'm left foot, I slide on the yours. And then when I'm not delivering the rock, I cover it up so I can walk. Some people leave it slippery the whole time, even when they're sweeping. So I think.
He's not always there for them.
Yeah, they don't let me go barefoot. Sometimes every year, not every year, but some years we have an ice breaking party, so the ice has to be maintained just. And so we don't let anybody leave their hand on the ice for 2 seconds because that's gonna ruin it. But then at the end of the year, when they're about to melt it out anyhow, we have an ice breaking party. I've gone out barefoot on the ice.
Just for sport.
What's that?
So just for sport.
Just for sport. It's actually a terrible idea because it's very, very slippery. Warm.
So end of year, is it only for part of the year, early and active, or?
Yeah, so there's a season like baseball and hockey that's like October to end of March. And that used to be the only time it was open, but starting maybe 11, 10 years ago, we extended for another 3 months. Have more fun, more time. So we have a separate season you can separately sign up for. So you can still register for that. It starts in April.
I mean, for
And then, yeah, when we didn't make a facility red ground eve if it freezes all the way down, so we have to warm up once a year for that.
even how often, like when you're in the middle of a season and you're curling, how do you have to clean the ice every so often? Like it's not a Zamboni, like
Yeah,
skating.
every day we scrape it flat. And then
With a machine?
with a machine that's just a scraper, it doesn't have the remelt
Okay.
thing of the Zamboni. And then after that, it's called pebbling. Somebody goes and there's a little brief glimpse of that in that video. Somebody walking down with like a watering can that sprinkles pebbles, drops onto the ice. And then you do that pebble again every game. That gets worn away by the sweeping and the walking and the rocks sliding down. So every game you do that, and then that builds up over the day, and the next morning you scrape it down.
How many people curl every day?
We have at least 2 and often 3 draws, as you say. So that's the place full of 40 people, 5 sheets, 2 teams of 4 on each sheet, playing for 2 hours. So most days, 6 hours, 40 people in each playing. Saturday is open for rentals, usually parties.
There's 120 people over there a day?
Say 40 times. I said 40 times. Say 3. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's 500 some members. Yeah.
What's the geographic draw for the members?
It's up to, I used to really walking distance. Now I'm moving deputy, I have to drive a whole 12 minutes to get there. Terrible. But some people will take the ferry from Whidbey Island or drive in from Issaquah. Not very many. A lot come up from Tacoma.
Are there any other curling rinks nearby?
There's a skating rink in Tacoma that has curling every Friday evening, but the ice is horrible. This is the only one in Washington that has ice that is only used. It's not only used for curling, it's for the awful curl on.
Is there any curling over this cracking facility?
You can do a group rental. Like, so you can rent out and do a party. They used to hire us to teach curling. We don't do that.
But same thing, bad ice.
But it's so they do have a version where one of their big sheets, they divide up into thirds. And part of it is skating or doing broom hockey, and it's really short section, curving. And that kind of works because it's really, really short, so it doesn't matter how bad you are, it's still many shots because it's so short.
Was it mainly fairly competitive people that come, or is it the fairly laid back, all sort of,
Question.
yeah? All sort of-
If we go over tonight, it'll be the men's, and that's the second most competitive. So mostly pretty serious people there. Tuesday is all of the Super League, and that's all people on teams that are very serious. They're trying to go championships and things. And there's two mixed leagues, one of which is very serious, and one of which is less. And then all the other ones are just everybody going out there having fun. And that's the only ones I'm in now. I quit doing the Tuesday and the Thursday when I decided I just been doing this for fun.
If you use the stones on ice that's not like good ice, don't do anything to the stones.
No, it's just the ice is not level. It's very having slopes to it and bumps, and so they just have to throw much harder to get go down. And they're also slide off the side.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
And how much does one stone cost?
$400. Replace it. And you don't. You cannot have your own. 42 pounds. You don't put them back. Yeah, some people. The legal range is 38 to 45. The ones we bought here are 42. At least that's what we've been told. But one day when I was, well, it was some science class arranged to come over there, and their science was going to be about curling. They're going to measure some stuff about curling, also weight the stones. They weighed them at 43.
Oh.
And maybe that's because we had extra equipment on them to help measure their speed and the curls. Or maybe that's another pound worth. But I've been told 42. Weighed by a high school science class at 43.
What's the Olympic standard?
We have. That's one reason we upgraded the rock. Yeah. Some of our, I'll show you another video to show you the older rocks that were smaller. And then we were kind of worried that our guys, they're playing their Super League, Tuesday night practice league with stones. They weren't going to get a national championship. So that's why we bought the stones. We had to sponsor them. You can't go out and see them, but there's little labels on each, models or whatever you want to put on it. You sponsor them, you pay half the cost, pay $200. Unfortunately, we have a curler there who's was a Microsoft billionaire who was an early investor in Amazon. He bought up a whole bunch of those before anybody else had a chance. Wait, let other people, whatever. So you could actually get your name on it if you get in there. When we bought that.
Do you work with any individuals who are that
We run a clinic, cooperate with the VA, and we're trying to work with another organization whose name I've forgotten. I'm not the main one that runs it, but I usually help out at it. Brings wheelchair clinics once a month.
and how do the wheelchairs go on the ice?
Wheelchairs go on the ice. We down carefully first and make them roll up and down the sheet so they cool down, so they'll melt a little spot into our beautiful perfect ice. It's much harder than making it curving because you get one throw instead of a long slide when you release, and also another leaky. So we have all that extra control. Sweeping, they don't. One shy from the club, right? It's close.
Do they have special Olympics for them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. They certainly have international championships of wheelchair.
Is it much more popular in Canada? My wife, Marcia, said her parents dragged her down every, I don't know, once a week to watch her father
So this was
go thrilling, and
15 or so years ago. I read a little blurb that said something like 80% of all curlers in the world are Canadians. Well, say much more popular. So this is the one club in Washington. There's 4 in the Vancouver area and another 6 BC.
this is in Calgary.
Need to reply to the email. I got invited to a the volunteer bonspiel that's up in Canada. At one of the many curling clubs there, we have every third year we host this volunteer bonspiel, and have the 2 years different Canadian clubs host it.
We're gonna talk about Thursday.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but I could. Yes, if you want to curl.
People that are in the real sphere, they're not like.
But also there's a way that comes all my stuff. It's in all of our leagues, it's in all championships. It isn't where you're just standing up with a stick with a rock and just walk. Yeah, but-
Yeah, like they have to.
yeah. Oh, all right, that. Oh, this is.
You have a deaf, you do teach a deaf, or have a deaf.
We call it the deaf curling clinic where you do the wheelchair things.
Okay.
All right, now. I think it's most exciting. Latest thing is these two guys from Granite Curling Club that are on the men's team that went to the Olympics. So there's been a team that went to the Olympics for, I think that Skip has skipped it for the last 4 times we've been in it. Was on as not Skip, but by the time before that, kind of dominating. But the team that includes the 2 guys from our, oh, that included 1 guy from our club, who didn't grow up in our club. But the 2 guys who grew up in our club managed to beat them as the underdogs in the playdowns they had to go to the Olympics. But Luke Violet and Ben Richardson. Luke's father was a big time curler. His name is up on a banner at our club because his team won senior worlds. Some team won senior worlds a couple years ago. They say there. 2015, and he was also a U.S. men's champion. So senior, you have to be 50-year-old and general age. Yeah, Ben, I think, was a very natural curler because he did a lot of ballet. So it's great. Oh, and also kind of cool there, his stepbrothers. It was the mom who brought Ben to curling. His dad was also helping the coach 2 years. And then they got divorced. That's just the word.
But they still think they're brothers.
But stepbrothers. But it's from 20-some years ago. So those are the older rocks that we had. And that was the
Little guy,
nuclear.
not too long out. Understand. All right.
Here, just trying to show you, these are all kids that grew up in the club, those and cute. So, yeah, that's not the oldest broom. So so that's the most modern. That's the just previous. Actually, had bristles, and then before that was like witches' brooms. Okay. And so all right, the technical issues. Man.
Hey everybody, Chris Egan from King Power Sports. I'm with Luke Violet and Ben Richardson, both heading to the
This is them as grown-ups.
games. USA with curling. Luke, let's begin with your the Granite Curling Club. First off, how exciting is this? You're heading to the Olympics.
It's really exciting that you're representing USA and not getting old yet. It means a lot. It's very exciting.
And Ben, for you, what does it mean to be heading to the Olympics?
It means everything. Literally, the first time I stepped into this curling club, but it was a dream of ours
So to see it actually happen is just pretty surreal. So still kicking myself every time I look.
That's pretty cool. One thing you should notice is the blue and green in the houses. You have a perfect observation, very observant, and notice before it was blue and red. Cited that, well, all the Sonics, the Kraken, all sports teams have a sort of a blue and green theme. So we said we have to match that. We have a blue and green.
And was that from this year? Are they going to Olympics now?
Yeah.
They're
right
Olympics now. So they start with mixed doubles. Even before the opening ceremonies. There are 2 games today and only they won, our team won both of them. That's not these guys. That's a man and a woman, a different man. It's not these teams. But that man is the son of a couple that I curled with a lot when I learned curl in Massachusetts. Oh wow. They are 2 weeks. There's some pictures of Ben because he didn't make it. It's at a natural when he started. If you want to watch curling, and I think it's on Peacock, somebody said. Did you watch anything?
Yeah, I watched the first game.
Very good.
Yeah, just because I woke up at 1 a.m.
Because it's
So
live.
I flipped it on. Watched that game.
And Carrie, by the way, is a long-time curler too.
Great, but yes, I marked on my calendar the different games that I would like to watch. It's 2 weeks.
So,
Curling?
I have not this year. I've been for some years. I want to travel more, so it's hard to get the slots. Go if you're in the
well, that's been many years. President. That's been So a monkey mush. So if you go to the Curling Seattle.org page, one thing to have is watch parties. Want to go watch with other people who cheer with you, or if like me, you don't get Peacock. There's some options. Watch.
Those are at the club.
So first one's at the club, then brewing different bars, different bars, then club. Championships are all in clubs.
But no, there's not, oh, there's the time, 7.
Yeah, like I said, every night of the week except Saturday, go watch. There's a calendar online, so if you want to make sure they're playing, because occasionally there'll be something else interrupting it. And we're hosting a national championship of the 5 and under. I think that's 5 years experience for us. At the club. I'll be there officiating. And that's going to be April 23, 26. So you can come up in person and watch. Be serious for it.
What's going on tonight over there? You can just.
The men,
Yes.
regular weekly men's. If you want to try it yourself, there's these the learning girls. We have a bunch on at the start of the year, so September, October, and do that, or spring season. We have some because the Olympics they're very popular. So there's like we just added ones on February 11 and 18, and they have some spots open. That's Wednesday night. And I will be teaching at both of those. And we have a bunch that's only like 2 sheets each, but we have a bunch of them more sheets, but they're all full on other nights. So when I checked, just coming over here, there was one open on March 28th. We want to do Wednesday evening. There's slots if you go get them real quick. So go. And then if you can get 8 or 7 friends. Sorry. You can also arrange to rent a whole sheet during Saturday evenings or weekend mornings. We have rentals. And not always, I don't know if it's check online. Often the whole place is rented by Microsoft for a team event or just one family for a party. Or by me for my wedding years ago. That's it. And then if anybody's interested, we can walk over.
Oh, thank you, Ethan.
You're welcome.
That's great.
Thank you.